delivering quality education, expanding access to learning, serving learners' learning needs, tackling challenges of the present time, supporting every learner's dream, reaching young Tagumeños where they are today. From the music capital of the Philippines, advancing in the challenge of distance learning, bringing you quality education straight to your home. Plug yourself in. This is DepEd TV. Tara na!
From the Palm City of the Philippines, Division of Tagum City, following the lead of DepEd Sulong Educalidad, let your dreams take flight with the official television-based instruction of La Filipina National High School, the Salida Filipina TV.
Huwag panghinaan, Salida Filipina ay bigyan daan. Ito ay magbibigay ng kaalaman. TV naman ngayon ang inyong paaralan. Mahirap man ang inyong sitwasyon, tayo ay magtulungan para sa edukasyon. Bawat isa ay mayroong misyon, matutong mabuti, maging inspirasyon.
Salida Filipina, ang iyong pangarap ay kickstart. Salida Filipina, ang karunungan ay makakamtan. Salida Filipina, ang edukasyon, abot kamay. Salida Filipina, ang gagabay sa tagumpay.
Good day, Grade 7 learners! Welcome to another lesson full of knowledge and fun. Together, let us investigate, experiment, and analyze new concepts only here at Salida Filipina TV. I am glad to be with you in this new normal journey of schooling through television. I am your teacher in science, Teacher Jackie from La Filipina National High School. Come and join us as we take you to another scientific learning journey. Alright, please get now your module, paper, and pen for this lecture about classifying substances as elements or compounds. Now, students, are you ready? In this session, you will find out that substances can be classified into elements and compounds. Our lesson objectives are: first, describe the characteristics of elements and compounds. Second, classify substances as either element or compound, which will lead to our most essential learning competency, which is to recognize that substances are classified into elements and compounds. Now, before we begin our journey in learning new concepts and relearning new ideas, let us test your prior knowledge in this topic. I invite you to go to page 1, Module 2 of your learning modules. The following questions will test how much you learn about the topic. So, are you ready, students? Yeah! Let's get started. This is a multiple choice type of test, and all you must do is to write the letter of the correct answer on the separate sheet of paper. You will be given 5 seconds to answer, and when you hear this sound, then time is up. Number 1. Which of the following is the simplest form of substance? A. Chemical formula, B. Compound, C. Element, and D. Mixture. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter C, element. Let's proceed to the next question. Which of the following is not an example of a compound? A. Ammonia, B. Helium gas, C. Hydrogen peroxide, and D. Table sugar. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter B, helium. Let's proceed to the third question. Which of the following substance is an element? A. Carbon dioxide, B. Iron, C. Salt, and D. Sugar. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter B, iron. Question number 4. Which of the following will be the result of compound if hydrogen gas and oxygen gas combine? A. Alcohol, B. Salt, C. Sugar, and D. Water. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter D, water. For item number 5, which of the following is correctly matched? A. Gold is the element, silver is the compound. B. Oxygen is the element, water is the compound. C. Sugar is the element, salt is the compound. And D. Water is the element, hydrogen is the compound. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's reveal the answer. The correct answer is letter B. Oxygen is the element, water is the compound. How did you find the test? Is it difficult or easy? I do hope it is easy, because maybe some of those were discussed in your previous grade level. Later, after our discussion, I will give you another quiz that will surely make you excited. Don't worry, I know you could do it perfectly. Now, are you all set? Yeah! Please flip your module to page 3, lesson 1, and let us read the poem entitled The Lost Element by J.P. Cadalem Valera. The Lost Element by J.P. Cadalan Valera. I think I was lost. My home is too far at any cost. I am tired finding home made of lead, so that solar radiation will not anymore be spread. The heat from the sun makes me float, like helium inside the balloon that makes it bloat. As I go far, I feel numbed and bursting, like a bullet powder made of potassium nitrate that makes us shaking. I hope I can go home now. I feel my lungs did not function somehow. Hope oxygen will fill me completely before carbon dioxide will be mine totally. As I walk in the lonely road above the mountains, it is sad to see landmine of gold and copper be broken. This shows how the environment suffered every day. Hope my home will be back with me again like a brand new day. My body is already in pain and drained with essential elements. From water made up of hydrogen and oxygen, I want to quench my thirst soon. So the fast track the lost element, which is my home.
Now, I will give you 1 minute to pick all the lost elements and compounds in the poem and write your answer in a separate sheet of paper. Your time starts now. Time's up! Okay, students, what are the elements and compounds stated in the poem? Did you list them all correctly? I guess you did. Now let's reveal the answer. Let's start with the first stanza. We have lead. From the second stanza, we have helium and potassium nitrate. From the third stanza, we have oxygen and carbon dioxide. From the fourth stanza, we have gold and copper. Lastly, from the fifth stanza, the compound water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Wow! I know you identified the elements and compounds from the poem correctly. Excellent! At this point, we will further discuss the characteristics of elements and compounds. So, what are the characteristics of elements and compounds? Elements are made up of atom or atoms of the same kind. They are the simplest type of matter that cannot be broken down into components. Each element is unique, and no two elements have the same set of properties. Some elements are metals. In the poem, we can infer that gold and copper belongs to metals. Others are non-metals like hydrogen and oxygen. There are elements that are metalloids like boron, silicon, and germanium. On the other hand, compounds are combination of two or more elements. it can be broken down into its components through a chemical process and form when two elements are combined. In the poem, potassium nitrate, carbon dioxide, and water are examples of compounds. At this time, let us try to recognize some substances that can be found here in our science laboratory as element or compound. We have here aluminum, sugar, hydrogen peroxide, sulfur, and lead. Aluminum is an example of an element because it cannot be broken down by any chemical means. This element can be used for a wide range of applications, such as kitchen utensils and cans. Sugar is an example of a compound. It is composed of three elements that are chemically combined, such as carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. This compound is commonly used as food flavoring to make our food sweeter. Hydrogen peroxide. It is a mild antiseptic used in the skin to prevent infection of minor cuts, scrapes, and burns. This substance is an example of compound because it is composed of two elements that are chemically combined, namely hydrogen and oxygen. We also have here sulfur and lead, which are all examples of elements. Alright, students, with the things you have learned, you can now recognize substances as either element or compound. It will help you more on how to become a great scientist in the future. At this moment, we will test how much you have learned from the discussion. For our evaluation, you will do this activity where you will engage and have your immersion as a garbage collector. Inside the garbage bin, our words need to be thrown at the dump site. As a garbage collector, you need to save the following words that describe and show relationship of elements and compounds. You will be given 60 seconds to segregate by writing them in the boxes. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's reveal the answer. For the element box, the words are oxygen, 1 atom, and hydrogen. For the compound box, the words are water, 2 or more atoms, air, and salt. Very good, students! I hope that you were able to answer the test correctly. You are such an amazing student. Thumbs up for a job well done. For you to understand our topic well, please answer also the activity in what I have learned on page 5. Activity in what I can do on page 6. Assessment from pages 6 to 7. And lastly, the questions in What I Know on pages 8 to 9 later. With all honesty, for in doing so, you will develop more skills. That's all for this session. I hope you have learned a lot from our lesson today. Until our next discussion, this has been your teacher on screen, Teacher Jackie, and please make sure to be with us in the next episode only here at Salida Filipina TV.
Salida Filipina, ang iyong pangarap ay kikislap. Salida Filipina, ang kaunungan ay magkakuntat. Salida Filipina, edukasyon, abot kamay. Salida Filipina, ang tagumpay sa tagumpay.
Mga kabataan, huwag panghinaan. Salida la Filipina ay bigyan daan. Ito ay magbibigay ng kaalaman. TV naman ngayon ang inyong paaralan. Mahirap man ang inyong sitwasyon, tayo ay magtulungan para sa edukasyon. Bawat isa ay mayroong misyon, matutong mabuti, maging inspirasyon.
Salida la Filipina,